Sterling High School, Channel 19, winner of the National Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast.
You're watching Sterling High School, Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ.
Went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string sing. South Jersey is well represented now.
Sterling is going to the championship game.
Looks like he's fouled there. Put on a desperation shot, and there he goes. It's good! It's good!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we're on the crazy train here at the Castle, getting ready for some boys' senior night between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Collingswood Panthers. Your Sterling Silver Knights sit at a 10-8 record, 4-4 in the conference, and the Collingswood Panthers sitting at 4-14, 3-5 in the conference. Take a look at the Liberty standings. Haddonfield Bulldogs up top, 15-5 overall, 7-1 in the division. Woodbury Thundering Herd, 10-12, 6-2 in the division. Haddon Heights sitting at 12-7, 5-3 in the division. Then your Sterling Silver Knights sitting at 10-8, 4-4 in the division, and then the two follow Paulsboro Red Raiders and the West Deptford Eagles. And then the Colonial Patriot Gloucester Lions on top, 14-5 overall, 7-1 in the division. Audubon Green Wave sitting at 11-8, 7-1 in the division. Haddon Township Hawks 13-6, 5-3 in the division. And then the Collingswood Panthers sitting at 4-14, 3-5 in the division. And then Gateway and Lindenwold to follow. Game history, Haddonfield. I don't think we're playing Haddonfield today, but Sterling has done relatively well against the Collingswood Panthers. Normally our senior night here at the Castle since 2007. So Sterling versus Collingswood. Sterling offense averages 58 points per game compared to Collingswood's 47. Sterling's defense allows 53 points per game compared to Collingswood 44. Sterling's leading scorers is Zion Arnett with 13, Julian Johnson and Travis Schmidt with 11, and then Josh Borsch, who is inactive today, with 9. And then Collingswood, on the other hand, with a couple of their scores. Is our second game today and our second tip violation. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, but it happened twice in one day. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak as we're just getting ready here at the Castle for some senior night.
I thought the tip violation was because I was doing play-by-play before, but nope, it's just everyone sucks at doing tip-offs today.
It's now Collingswood working here on the offense. An early drive and great defense there by Quentin Rosano on Drumgool, but possession will stay in Collingswood favor.
When we take a look here, they're trying to find an angle, and they think they have one on cue, but the defense is there. An inbound pass will be for Collingswood nonetheless.
An exciting starting lineup here for the Silver Knights is Travis Schmid, Jason Camardo, Casey Kozaneski, Quentin Rosano, and Julian Tummings are going to be working the floor here to start this one out for the Knights.
Bunch of exciting white Knights out there.
It's Tummings playing tight defense here on Hibbs. Hibbs trying to find some open room, gets it back to Braxton. Braxton taking this one to the rim, doesn't go. Sterling looking for the rebound, Collingswood gets it back. Hibbs now. Looking for the feed, gets it out to Phillips. Phillips for 3. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Tummings. Tummings is going to start things up here for this Sterling offense as he finds Rosano just a little bit too high, and Rosano can't grab it.
Well, no scoring in this first minute, but we see a lot of good hustle from both sides here. We take a look, that pass just couldn't quite get to the hand of Q. He put in a lot of effort, but nonetheless, Collingswood will get the ball right back. An early mistake made by the Sterling Knights here.
One of Collingswood's leading scorers, the senior Sidney Maynard III, is out today. He averages 10 points per game and 6 rebounds. So a big loss for the Panthers as they're going against a tough Sterling squad. As look like possession will go in favor of Sterling. Collingswood rolling out the starting 5 of Joshua Kottman wearing number 1, Braden Hibbs wearing number 2, Kassier Phillips wearing number 4, Melvin Drumgool wearing number 5, and Isaiah Braxton wearing number 12. Drumgool in particular has had a great season with 10 points per game and 4 rebounds, and really a difference maker for this Collingswood squad.
And when you find a difference maker like that on your team, you're able to really utilize them. The guy on that, Sterling's side has kind of changed throughout. I mean, Amari Key's arrival's definitely been a difference maker. They're going to find it as the game goes. It changes every night with them.
Yeah, the only person inactive, it seems, on the bench here for Sterling is going to be Joshua Borsch. He's sitting there in street clothes on the side, so it looks like he will not be playing in tonight's game. And it looks like a carry there called there on Melvin Drumgool. Again, the 10.7 point per game player is there's Coach Behringer for the boys basketball squad. Sorry we did not film the senior ceremony. Mr. K was out there honoring his son, Casey Kozaneski, who's inbounding the ball here for the Knights. 4-year player for the Sterling basketball squad, Casey. As he's driving into the lane, finds Schmidt on the outside. Schmidt for three. Nothing but net there. The Gooner, Travis Schmidt, finds his first three of the night.
Only took him 2 minutes to make 3 happen and get the Knights on the board before the Panthers can do anything.
And the momentum in Sterling's favor right now. Crowd is loud, and they're excited for these boys to be out there as we see the Travis Schmidt three. Nothing but nylon there from number 2.
You see here once again, Casey Kozaneski thought he had a bit of a hole, decides to go to the corner instead, and Travis Schmidt, easy open 3-4.
Swaggy Casey with a nice little dish to the corner right there to Travis Schmidt. And number 10 looking ice cold out there right now, Mr. K.
Wasn't ready for Swaggy Casey.
Camardo now has it, searching, moving inside, finds Rosano on the corner. From the corner, he does not make it.
Not everyone got the goon from the corner. It's all right.
This one gets out to Drumgool. Drumgool now moving inside, going towards the rim, does not make it. Rebound here by Collingswood. Great hustle there by Melvin Drumgool. He moves in for the mid-range. That one doesn't go. Rebound once again by Collingswood, and Collingswood doing a great job on the board so far. Isaiah Braxton finds his first 2 of the night.
This whole Collingswood side has been very hustle heavy. They have been very strong on the defensive side of things, and they pressured the Sterling offense quite a bit as we see here. Not many gaps. It's been all pretty close-up defense, and they force a lot of screens and a lot of different types of space
from
makers.
the top of the key does not go. Rebound by Julian Tummings. Julian Tummings putting one up and knocking that one down. JT with the hustle play gets his first 2 of the night.
Just because Collingswood's got a lot of hustle does not mean Sterling doesn't got it too on both sides. A little slight full court presses on really only Q. Not much goes on after that.
This one gets out to Braxton. Braxton moving inside, a nice dish and a great bucket there by Kasier Phillips.
Well, we're kind of seeing how this game's going to be. It's been pretty back and forth now that both teams are slowly finding an offensive rhythm, which for Sterling, you don't really want to see that. You want to get into a bit of a groove that Collingswood can't answer with.
3-pointer there from Julian Tummings just goes a little bit off, and it looks like that hit off the top. And we get a moment to breathe here in the castle as we take a look at the JT layup replay, and the super fans got really rowdy for that one.
I mean, he had a lot of hustle to get there, had a lot of nice contact he had to make to put it in with all the defending in the paint. Overall, nice play from Tummings there.
And Tummings, one of 2 Knights being honored tomorrow night at the NHS ceremony. Jason Camardo and Julian Tummings, both nominees. Soccer player as Quentin Rosano right there gets on the basketball court for this one. Playing in his 2nd senior night of the season. He's going to have a 3rd one when he plays for the baseball team in the spring. And a nice steal there from Sterling and a foul called there on Melvin Drumgool.
Take a look at what could have been the cause here. Looks like maybe a bit of a reach in while Camardo tried to get on the fast break there. That would seem to be the call.
So 5-4 the score here. Sterling doing a good job so far with a couple of their reserves in to start this one. Johnson and Key have not checked into this game yet. It looks like a Zion or net. And now as I say that, all 3 of them get up to go in. Rosano getting pressured, finds Camardo. Camardo way downtown, does not go. Kozaneski looking for the rebound, but that one does not go. And the substitutions will pour in here for the Knights.
So Julian Johnson and Mari Key. The Zion Arnett will come on in here for Kozaneski.
Casey Koz will be staying on the court here.
I don't know. It was in the line, I didn't know.
I don't even think he really knew until the last second. I think he's just taking.
Q and Camardo will be the ones coming in.
But I'm sure we're going to see them subbed on as time goes on as Amari Key notches his first foul of the night. It's the team's first, his first.
I feel like fouls have been uncommon in comparison to the game we had before this, where there was a lot of fouls from the opposing side and from Sterling. Been a little bit cleaner, only one for each side throughout this first quarter. Now a nice rebound from Kaz.
And Drumgoole just misses with his three-pointer, and now Sterling with possession. Arnett finds Tummings. Tummings now moving inside, driving towards the basket and making a nice layup. Julian Tummings, 4 points to start off the night. On his senior night, he's looking hot to start.
He's been very good at finding those second chance opportunities off those rebounds in the paint. Overall, real nice start from Tummings.
Johnson staying on Drumgoole is now Tummings guarding up here against Kottman. Tummings doing a great job taking that one away from Kottman and gaining possession. But it looks like double dribble called there on Tummings.
Take a look at this basket. Arnett gets it to Tummings. It goes right on in. Nice little kind of hooky motion. It's obviously a smaller one, but still take a look. A different angle here from up top.
Wow.
You see drives through. A little bit of a hooky motion for that lay-in.
Yeah, a little jelly is what they call it there from Tummings. Is a nice step back here from Hibbs. That one does not go. Rebound there by Braxton. Collingswood dominating on the rebounding side of the game here thus far, as we are a little under halfway to go here in quarter number one. Hibbs now has it, guarded by Key. This one goes out to Kottman. Kottman guarded heavily here by Arnett. Arnett looks to swat that one away, but Kottman gets it back. Kottman now moving into the lane. Nice little move there. That one doesn't go. Braxton with the rebound. That one doesn't go. Sterling still searching for that rebound, and Kozaneski comes up with it. Arnett has it here for the Knights. Going to slow things down here. Finds Kozaneski. Kozaneski from long range. Oh, and just misses.
I thought I left the West Coast. We've seen everything go in and out tonight.
That was actually a good one, I'm not going to lie. I didn't get that one at first, and a timeout called here by the Collingswood Panthers. Head coach Nate Ingram taking a second to talk it over. So the Collingswood starters, as I went over, Joshua Kottman, number 1, the junior. Then it's going to be Braden Hibbs, number 2, the junior, who has 9 points per game and averages 3 assists. Melvin Drumgoole, who I said earlier, almost 11 points per game with a 4 rebounds, excuse me. Isaiah Braxton with 6 points per game and 4 rebounds. And then Kassir Phillips with 7 points per game and 6 rebounds. And then your Sterling starters, a little unorthodox today. Travis Schmid, although the one steady hand, averages around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds and a block. Julian Tummings, the star defender for the Silver Knights. Quentin Rosano, an exciting factor off the bench. Jason Camardo, the facilitator, 4 points per game, 2 assists, and almost 2 steals per game. And then Casey Kaz, son of director of Sterling Channel 19, Mr. K. And then as we go over the two teams once again, Collingswood side of things, our offense averages 47 points per game and defense allows 44 points per game. Melvin Drumgoole really leads the way for Collingswood with 11 points per game. And then Sidney Maynard III out today, but he averages 10. Braden Hibbs with 9 points per game, and Kassir Phillips averages 6. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak. Really excited to bring you guys the boys' senior night. They are up 7-4 here against the Collingswood Panthers and looking to turn it up on the offensive side of the ball. It's now controlled here by the Collingswood Panthers. Freshly checked in Jan Anderson going for the mid-range jumper. That one doesn't go. Rebound there by Johnson. Johnson getting past the Collingswood defense with a nice layup move. That one did not go. Looked like he wanted a foul, did not get it. Now moving the other way will be Braxton. Braxton working here against Kozaneski. Braxton puts one up. That one does not go. Rebound by Kozaneski, and now Arnett moving up.
And I know we've seen Casey Kozaneski be really the rebound man. Well, Borsch has been out. But Borsch obviously being 6'4", a little slightly closer to Isaiah Braxton's 6'5" height. It could have been very helpful to have both of them, possibly going in and out with that height, really being even throughout the whole game instead of just having the one option.
Nice mid-range jumper there by Melvin Drumgoole. Finds his first 2 points of the night. So now Collingswood playing tight defense here on Julian Tummings, who spins, puts up a floater. That one doesn't go. Rebound by the Collingswood Panthers. Hibbs now progressing up the court here for Collingswood. They're going to slow things down here with about 30 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Amari Key, airtight defense as Hibbs finds Drumgoole. Drumgoole looking inside. That's going to be a turnover straight in the hands of Julian Johnson. Johnson moving in, puts that one up and nets that one down. Julian Johnson finds his first 2 points of his senior night.
We've called him a human torch in the past. He gets hot. He gets hot. He gets real fast. It really gets to build up. You can't let it happen if you're Collingswood. And they're going to return back with their own 2 to try and slow down some momentum there.
A nice 2 there from Drumgoole. Arnett looking for the half-court shot. That one doesn't go. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. We're going to take a look at the Julian Johnson replay of the beautiful layup, finding his first 2 points of the senior night. But nevertheless, these 2 teams who stand apart in record are close in score. 9-8 the score after 1 quarter. We're going to check back at you after this short commercial break.
I'm so tired of entering all this discipline. I just wish there was something I could do.
We've got illegal use of the phone. Report to VPO.
Just signing the Minga.
No. No use of the Minga pass. Going back to classroom. Late for class. Violation. Illegal wearing of the hoodie, gray hoodie, that's a violation. Falling asleep in class, that's a violation. How many times am I gonna have to tell this to you?
Clearly more than that, old geezer.
Personal foul, speaking mean to a teacher, that's a violation.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we're just getting ready for some second quarter action between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Collingswood Panthers. 9-8 the score, and it looks like Sterling's going to go to their usual starting 5. Johnson, Key, Camardo, Arnett, and Schmid on the floor here for the Knights. So getting things started here will be Braden Hibbs for the Collingswood Panthers. As they're only down by 1 here against the Knights, as this one finds Drumgoole, who looks inside. The hefty man, Quinn Robinson, standing at 6'6", 240, gets his first 2 points of the night.
Collingswood has a lot of height. One player at 6'5", one at 6'6", and one at 6'7", but none can stop the 3 from Schmid.
Responding back there, Travis Schmid with his own 3. He has 6 points on his senior night. There's some big boys on this Collingswood squad. Sterling's definitely going to have their hands full inside the paint. Hibbs going to slow things down, looking inside here, where he finds Kassier Phillips, who nails it down. 4 points on the night for Kassier.
It's another instance of height being the difference. See, Camardo's a bit of a mismatch for that attack in the paint, and they tie it up at 12 because of it.
Key fakes the inside rush, finds Schmid, who has the high hand, just misses, and that one goes up top. So 12-12 the score is. We're going to take a look at the last baskets. Kassier Phillips working inside the 6'2" senior, doing a great job there against Sterling, and now Collingswood with the offensive possession. This one gets to Robinson. Robinson quickly double teamed by Arnett and Camardo, and a foul call there on Jason Camardo. I got to tell you, Max, Jason Camardo, that one was definitely foul, but Jason Camardo has some of the worst foul luck I think I've ever seen of a Sterling basketball players. There's head coach Nate Ingram and head coach Coach Behringer. And man, he gets really unlucky with these fouls sometimes.
I mean, we've seen it before where he's just had a couple of rough, either or kind of calls that have led to him having 6 on the game and just being fouled out. It's not something you want to see. Obviously, he does not have the best luck, but where he does have luck is that high press defense. He's very good at getting in the heads of the other team to force a foul from them first.
So Amari Key with a quick bucket there, a nice layup, and now applying the pressure here to Drumgoole. And a foul call there on Julian Johnson.
Coach Nate Ingram not the happiest about it, but nonetheless, foul was called. To see after that, initial foul from Camardo, Amari Key was able to make a bucket happen and give Sterling the lead before Collingswood could capitalize.
Now on the inside here to Kassier Phillips, working on Zion Arnett. He finds Hibbs as Hibbs backs up here against Jason Camardo. Camardo now, tight defense on Hibbs, trying to set up a floater, rejected by Travis Schmid. Schmid now moving in transition, moving up and laying that one in. Travis Schmid doing it on both ends of the court, finds himself with 8 points tonight.
Schmid's been getting to a really hot start. He's got half of the points for Sterling with 8 out of the 16. Just kind of feed him if you can right now. He's been really solid.
And a nice pass finds Quinn Robinson on the inside, who has 4. And that 6'6" height frame definitely paying impact so far. Schmid now finding Johnson. Johnson wide open from 3. Boom shakalaka. Somebody call the doctor as now Julian Johnson gets the high hand from beyond the arc. Finds himself 3 and Sterling up by 5.
I mean, it was the assist from Schmid. He transferred the hot hand with it. As we see, gets the ball, passes it out. Johnson gets to say flame on in honor of the new trailer that they just came out with. Gets it in for 3 as we take a look here from this angle. There's a lot of pressure, passes it off, gets the nice 3 from number 3, Julian Johnson. Nothing but net there.
So a great start here by the Knights, up by 5 here against Collingswood on the senior night. Julian Johnson adding to the scoring, and here's the replay of the Travis Schmid block and then layup in transition, just moving along. Great pace there by number 2, and he's having himself a great night so far.
Had half of the points, now still has 8 of the 19. That's a huge chunk of the overall points for Sterling. Collingswood's got to find a way to answer back and shut him down.
Great showing here from the for the senior night by our super fans, as they're all hyped to see the boys play tonight. And now Joshua Kottman will get things started here for Collingswood. This one goes back to Drumgoole. Drumgoole moving into some space, working here against Key. Drumgoole looking on the inside to a cutting Kottman, but that one taken away by the Knights, and now moving up are the Knights. Johnson stops, pulls from 3. It's good. Julian Johnson, number 3 from 3, keeping it going here on the hot streak.
Just someone that tends to be reliable from beyond the arc. And now with an 8-point lead, Sterling's got a bit of a cushion. They've got to find a way to just keep on adding on.
Kottman looking on the inside, taken away there by Travis Schmid. Schmid gonna look for Johnson. That one was tipped on the delivery by Jan Anderson. Great play there by number 10.
Wasn't a bad pass idea at all, just couldn't quite get there. Overall, real nice tight defense.
Nice footwork there by Drumgoole, just couldn't make the mid-range. And now with just around halfway through quarter number 2, Sterling now with the 8-point lead. Schmid moving inside with the layup, and it's good. Travis Schmid right on Quinn Robinson, makes a nice layup.
He's been real nice with it all night. I mean, this first half has been Schmid's. I mean, he's gotten some nice assists, gotten some nice looks, obviously some nice shots. Overall, great performance, including the defense, gotten some blocks and now some steals.
And Quinn Robinson knocks that one down. The 6'6" center now has 6 on the night, and Camardo going on the inside looking for the layup. That one doesn't go. Rebound here by Collingswood as they're moving up the court. Kottman cuts back. Finds Robinson, who looks towards Drumgoole. Drumgoole looking on the inside. That one taken away by the Knights. Camardo finds Schmid. Schmid from long range just misses.
Keeps it in.
Schmid looks to keep it in. That one looked like it hit off of Robinson, and Sterling will maintain possession.
It's a real nice heads-up play after the missed 3. We see the lay from him before. Just overall heads-up play there. He finds himself in a rough spot after the missed 3. Has to try and find a way to save it. Instead, gets it off of the Collingswood player, keeps possession in the Knights' hands.
Arnett moving inside, gets that one poked away from him, but Sterling will maintain possession.
Look at the top view from it. Just gets poked out before he can start the shooting motion. Gets him an inbound pass.
Johnson scanning, looking for Arnett underneath. Arnett makes Drumgoole jump, just misses the layup. Gets it back out to Tummings. Tummings moving inside. The mid-range jumper does not go. Rebound by Hibbs. Hibbs now working here against Tummings. Pretty tough opponent for Hibbs to try and move past. Tummings, one of the better defenders on this Sterling squad. Braxton moving into some space. Great defense there by Tummings, and that'll go in Sterling possession.
Tummings has not had a bad first half at all. From starting, getting himself some nice early points. You hear the resounding air ball from the Sterling side of the fan base. But nonetheless, it's just been overall solid from Tummings. The whole team, all these players have had some standout moments, including the people currently not on the court.
And Amari Key now testing it from long range. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Schmid, who awarely hits it off of Isaiah Braxton, and Sterling will maintain possession once again as Schmid gets subbed up.
Schmid's been putting in a lot of hustle to make all these plays happen. And Q will go back in his place for the time being.
Quentin Rosano, what a guy, what a character. This one gets out to Tummings. Tummings now from 3. Nothing but nylon there for JT. Julian Tummings with 7 on the night, playing some great basketball.
Senior night's giving him some good luck. He's had a lot of good shots, a lot of good looks. Overall, real solid from him.
Now moving the ball here is Collingswood. Doing a good job trying to get past the Sterling defense. Tummings only averages 1 point per game and now has 7 in his senior night. So very impressive showing here for number 23.
I mean, impressive showing all around. Obviously, like you had just mentioned, tends to only get 1 point per game. Doesn't get much play time in the other games. There's a lot of other options to get taken over him, but he's showing tonight on senior night that he is an option to be on the court at all times.
And he's their premier perimeter defender. Such a great job on the outside, guarding some great players and doing the work on the offensive side of the ball tonight, though. Rosano with Drumgoole in his face, finds Johnson. Johnson does a nice little step back 3. That one doesn't go. Kozaneski looking for the rebound and gets it. Great offensive board there by Koz. And a traveling violation called on Amari Key.
See, I mean, he tried to make a move happen, couldn't quite start the dribbling in time. See, here in front of us, some ref and crowd chirping.
That's a mess. Melvin Drumgoole now has it, working here against Amari Key. Hibbs almost had it stripped away from him there by Tummings, and now this one gets back over to Drumgoole. Now it's Phillips finding Hibbs. Hibbs now moving in, working here against Rosano, getting in space, and he does not make it. Rebound by Braxton, who gets it swatted away by Johnson. Take a look at the replay.
So here Hibbs goes for a 3, but it goes in and out. And then once again, just a nice block from Julian Johnson. Been all over the place, but will stay in Collingswood possession. Try to make something happen with the mid-range, and they will.
So under a minute to play here as Drumgoole gets 6 points. This one finds Kozaneski. Kozaneski to Johnson. Johnson moving in, floating this one up and getting that one in. Johnson now has 10 on the night, matching his senior counterpart, Travis Schmidt.
Well, it's an 11-point lead for Sterling. If you want to go into the half with some confidence, that's what'll get it to you. Real nice first half from them.
Now moving in is Hibbs. Hibbs now with the floater. Nice play there by Braden Hibbs. Moving as fast as lightning right there, getting past the Sterling defense, and Sterling now looking to have the last possession of the first half. Johnson has it, 10 seconds to go. Finds Rosano. Rosano to Key. Key gets a screen from Rosano. Key now moving inside, looking outside. Kozaneski for the last shot, does not go. And that'll do it for half number 1. So an eventful first half, a very fun one here on Sterling Channel 19. Sterling only up by 9 though against the Collingswood Panthers. 29-20 the scores. We're gonna catch you guys for some second half action.
Yo, what's up? How the you doing? Oh, good I guess. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, this, that, everything.
You know, like, yeah, of course, yeah. Well, it's nice seeing you. I'm gonna get going now. All right. Out of here. I'll see you soon.
Hey.
Hey, Robbie.
Is that Brody over there? How's he doing?
I don't even know. What made you become a bully?
Twerk! Twerk!
Whoa, nice one, man. You should start hanging with me.
Okay.
Yo, Dave, look at this. Go show him who's boss.
Hey.
Huh?
Danny, go to VPO.
No!
Well, you know, Mr. Jericho, I guess it started with peer pressure.
I'm out of beer!
Well, we need to go get some more.
It's still dry. Yeah, let's go!
Dude, take the seatbelts off. What are we doing? Yeah, you're right.
I'm ready to drive. Yeah!
Don't drink and drive.
La 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 la. Hey, stop that, bully!
Are you begging for a knuckle sandwich, twerp?
Maybe I am.
Nice try, twerp.
Please, Hamburger, please help me. He's bullying me. You're right. I need to help you. I'm the anti-bully. Logan. Oh my God, thank you. Oh yes, King.
Douglas. Here. Brody. Here. Joshua. Joshua. Joshua.
I don't think he signed up for flex time.
Oh no. Oh no.
how was the game?
It was great. We won.
I'm sorry I missed it.
It's okay. You can check out all the highlights on Sterling TV 19's YouTube channel.
Oh wow, really? Alright, I'll check it out then.
Bye.
Puff my vape right now. May I use the bathroom, please?
Yes, you may use the bathroom.
Yo, what happened to you? Wait. Man, screw that.
What happened to Doug?
Because he was vaping and thought it wouldn't hurt him at all. And remember, stay clean, breathe fresh air.
Couple of tech crew members in that last commercial as we welcome you guys back live here at the Castle, getting ready for some second half action between the Sterling Silver Knights and the Collingswood Panthers as we take a look at the leading scorers from half number one. To your left, we see the Sterling scorers, Johnson and Schmid with 10 apiece, and then Julian Tummings emerging with 7 points. And then on the right, Melvin Drumgoole with 6, Quinn Robinson with 6, and Kazir Phillips with 4. But first, we're going to take a look at Drumgoole's 6 points.
We're looking at how Drumgoole has been playing throughout the first half. He's had a lot of good hustle, find a lot of good looks. See here a nice mid-range over a Zion on net, goes in pretty easily. And then again, you see here a nice drive, gets it over Kaz for another 2. He's been really persistent at the net and also with the mid-range and on the defense, just overall, all across the court. Then we see off this inbound, he finds a nice mid-range to answer to a nice run from Sterling. It just hasn't been working, but he's been pretty consistent throughout.
And then next, we're going to look at the big guy, Quinn Robinson. On the inside, Robinson has been a force for Sterling to be reckoned with.
Sterling has had a hard time dealing with the 6'6", big man in the center. He's been able to shove to get those points. As you see, Johnson tries to go for a fall, but really that was a lot of impact there. And then he's fighting, he's able to spin off Schmid, get it over 2 guys, and get those points in. It's been overall real nice hustle for a guy his size. Really nice use of the strength that he has.
And then next, it's going to be Julian Johnson, 10 points on the night so far. Came off the bench late in that first quarter, and then ever since then, he's been that human torch that we always talk about, and he has been on absolute fire thus far.
He's been absolutely fantastic. Him and Travis Schmid both having 10, both having a bit of a connection as we see there, the awareness to get it off of that missed 3, and then Johnson had it, and Camardo up to Johnson. He just had a lot of open opportunities, including that one there, right in the face of the defender from Collingswood, and then we see Kaz gets it out over Johnson yet again, then tries it in. He's been all over the place on defense, on offense, doing real well.
Now the mighty man, Travis Schmid, also known as the Gooner, also had himself a great senior night. He has himself 10 points on the night, and he has been on fire from beyond the arc.
Well, he opened up the game scoring with that 3 you just saw, and then yet again with another one. He has been constant from there. It's been hard to stop him in the scoring area of the game. He's also had some nice steals, as you see here. Really good. And we got a Zion able to find Johnson. He couldn't find much. And then back to Zion, and Schmidt tried to find him. Overall, had a lot of good plays. Oh, I thought it was a replay.
You started play-by-play in there for a second, Max.
I was dumb enough because I didn't see the scoreboard up. I thought it was a replay.
Happens to the best of us. There's a foul called there on what looked like Kazir Phillips, so he picks up his first, and the team picks up their first of this third quarter. And Johnson will be sent to the line to shoot 2 here. Just a really good quarter from that Sterling squad, and Johnson, 11 points per game, 80% from the charity stripe. 6 rebounds, has nearly 3 assists this season, has been someone who's been great. Looks like our basket can got a little obstructed. Oh no! A little dirty.
This.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Who put a dirt filter over the camera? That's real upsetting.
That is upsetting.
Such
But anyways, live on the court here, starting with an 11-point lead over Collingswood. I'm Daniel Leakey, joined by Max Zubak. Happy to bring you guys the rest of this senior night as there's a takeaway by Arnett. finding Key in the corner. Key decides to go inside and makes a nice left-hand layup. Excuse me, that might have been his right hand, but nevertheless, very nice layup.
He used a hand with the ball in it and put the ball in the basket.
Sterling now pressing here against this Collingswood squad, and a three-pointer to respond there. Joshua Kottman finds his first three of the night.
Well, it's very back and forth, but obviously the cushion of having a double-digit lead gives Sterling some opportunities to find more scoring and let their defense still find the new rhythm in the second half to match the adjustments made by Collingswood.
Camardo looking for the nice layup. That one does not go. Rebound there by Drumgoole, who's moving it up the court. Finds Hibbs. Hibbs back to Drumgoole. Drumgoole turning back, looking for some space and gives it off to Hibbs. Hibbs now to the inside for Phillips. Back to Drumgoole. Drumgoole with some space, just misses the three-pointer.
Well, Drumgoole, well, very good with the mid-range. We've seen him struggle a bit from beyond the arc throughout the night. I think if he was able to move in a little bit more, which is what Sterling needs to shut down to make sure he does a whole lot of nothing, don't give him much of the mid-range. That's at least from what I've seen.
In our next TV game, it'll be this Thursday against Haddon Heights. That game is going to start at 5:30. One of the biggest games of the season, if not the biggest, for the Sterling Knights, as they are just below Haddon Heights in the PowerPoint rankings. They are 10, Haddon Heights is 9. Amari Key with a three-pointer, knocking that one down. Amari Key, great start to the half for him.
Amari Key's a guy we see constantly beyond the arc, doing well with shooting. Even when he gets something called on him, he's able to make it after the fact. He's been so consistent, and now possibly a steal there, couldn't quite get it, but nonetheless, when we take a look here, finds himself open at the top of the key, and Amari Key grabs 3 for the Sterling Knights.
A little frustration on the Collingswood side after that great defense there by the Knights, and Amari Key, great shooter from beyond the arc when he can get hot. He's really found his stride these past couple of games since being back with the varsity squad, and man, it's going to be really clutch come playoff time for him to be in that flow state, as there's a nice bucket there by Isaiah Braxton.
Braxton, another one of the tall bodies for Collingswood at 6'5". He's going to be able to use that size over the Joshua Borshless team that Sterling has for the night.
So Camardo now navigating traffic, finds Johnson. Johnson to Arnett. Arnett moving in. Stops, pivots, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson now lays it in. Continuing the dominance with 12 points on the night. And as Arnett coming in with the steal and gets possession there for the Knights.
Take a look at this last basket here. Just over top of everybody, makes it a nice clean floating two. And what we had just seen there was some nice hustle to try and get a steal. Didn't quite get it, but it went off of the foot of the Collingswood player tried to steal from, and Sterling gets the ball nonetheless.
Johnson to Schmid. Back to Johnson. He gives it off to Camardo. Camardo fakes the shot, looking inside, finds Johnson. Johnson to Arnett. Perimeter passing here for the Knights. Amari Key with some space. Knocks that one down. Amari Key lighting it up. And timeout called there by Collingswood.
A 16-point lead. Amari Key's getting hot in the third quarter. As we see, Arnett doesn't have much, but Key wide open in I think the exact same spot for yet another 3 points for Sterling.
And Amari Key is going to be the key to success throughout the rest of the season for the Knights if he can stay hot. And man, what a shot there from Amari Key. Lighting the lamp for the Sterling squad, and again, the 16-point lead. So as I mentioned before, Thursday, a huge game for your Sterling Silver Knights. Let's take a look at the PowerPoint rankings. Sterling sitting there at 10th place, Haddon Heights in 9th. So whoever wins that game is going to jump the other in arguably the biggest game of the season for both squads to try and move up. And right now, Sterling would go against Barnegat if the season ended today, and Haddon Heights would go against Lower Cape May. So no game bigger for either squad than this upcoming Thursday, streaming live on Channel 19. So Collingswood start with possession here after the timeout. Looks like Drumgoole is going to pass this one in. Hibbs facing a little bit of pressure. Sterling turning on a little bit of a press here against Collingswood. Amari Key staying airtight on Drumgoole. Arnett trying to poke it away here from Kottman. That one goes out, and possession will go in favor of Sterling.
I think that's kind of been one of the main differences between these two teams. Collingswood has not held possession as well as Sterling has. While Sterling has had their ups and downs of making the wrong passes and getting the ball tipped, they're able to get the ball back. Collingswood, however, has been on the opposite side of that spectrum. They haven't gotten that aspect of it all that much.
And Julian Johnson drawing the foul and getting himself 2 points. What a move there by number 3. Elusive tonight. And continues his dominance, going to the foul line to complete the 3-point play.
You saw him right there, drove right past Kassier Phillips and had an open 2, drew the foul as well. Try to make it a 3-point play, and close to a 20-point lead here as we're at 18 now in Sterling's favor.
So Johnson completing the 3-point play. He's up to 15 points.
The dirt
on
made
the
me
night.
really sad.
Yeah, it's a little bit dirty up there.
Someone got some
seems
Clorox up there.
Seems like there's a Chiefs fan on our camera right now. Possession will stay there with Collingswood as Sterling trying to play some tight defense. The Panthers still looking to try and get some momentum here in the third. Drumgoole now moving in. Immediately pressured there by Sterling, and Johnson can't keep it in bounds. Johnson would have been going all the way with that one if he got to keep that one in.
Nonetheless, Julian Johnson has been all on top of everything, from the scoring to the defending side of this. Sterling has really Julian Johnson to thank for a lot of the good plays that they've gotten.
And a foul called there on the Knights. This one looks like it'll be called on a Zion Arnett.
Take a look at this. Yeah, it's just a little bit too much. Zion Arnett makes a little bit of contact. Key gets the hand on the ball, but then a little too much is done from Arnett after.
So now going to the line to shoot 2 will be number 4, Kassier Phillips. Had 4 points in that first half, has not scored since. Trying to look for his first 2 points of this second half.
Not the best from the free throw, the 35% free throw percentage. Maybe he just doesn't go to the line very often.
Makes his first. So a ton of Sterling players checking in here. It's going to be Casey Kozaneski, Quentin Rosano, and Julian Tummings now in this game for Sterling. So them 3, Amari Key and Travis Schmid, the players on the floor right now. I don't think a single underclassman has checked in this game for the Knights, so it's been all senior here on senior night. And missing his second there was Kassier Phillips, but getting the rebound is Collingswood. Step back 3-pointer there from Cotman. Just misses. A great pass here, finds Schmid. Schmid now going towards the net and makes a nice layup.
20-point lead now for Sterling.
And now quickly responding here is Cotman. He just misses. Now going the other way are the Knights. Amari Key. Moving in, pumping the brakes, looking around, looking for Rosano. He lets that one go, and this one files in the hands of Tummings. Tummings now to the rim, gets that one smacked away from him. No foul called. As Cotman moving up, trying to dish this one to the side. Couldn't get it, it was Anderson, and now this one gets up to Phillips. Finds Drumgoole. Drumgoole moving in, taking this one up, draws the foul, but can't finish. We're going to take a look at the replay of the Travis Schmid layup.
And Key just had a wide open Schmid down the court. And he got a nice easy 2 to make it a 20-point game, but Drumgoole has the opportunity to bring that down to 18.
So Drumgoole, the 57% free throw shooter, makes his first. Having a good season, averaging just around 11 points, Also has 4 rebounds to go with it. And the senior knocks down both free throws. So he's up to 8 points on the night.
Collingswood's really scratching at any points they can possibly get. And they've got to play defense like this, which they do, this real high press, which has not really been the case for either side. Neither team has had to press super hard, but they have pressed enough to get some steals going.
This one, out to Rosano. Rosano for 3, knocks it down! Number 15 for 3, Quentin Rosano. What a big moment for the senior.
Everyone keeps knocking down threes tonight. Q, the Goon Travis Schmid, Amari Key, Julian Johnson, even Tummings I think got a 3.
And Hibbs won some participation points. Nothing but nylon there for Braden Hibbs. Finds his 5th point of the night.
So much 3-point scoring from both sides. Well, something you don't see that much against to be in the paint in both basketball squads.
So Tummings gets that one poked away as we're going to take a look at the Quentin Rosano three-point replay. Little pick and pop right there, simple. A little bit of bread and butter right there, classic basketball, and Rosano knocks that one down immediately, and the Superfans went wild.
That was a nice angle here, too. I mean, Key was right there, tried to find something else. Q made himself open in the corner, and it was nothing from net but net from there.
Kozaneski now wants it on the front. That one just off the front rim. So now Johnson and Arnett into this game, now subbing out Schmid and Omari Key. And Collingswood looking to get stuff started here at the end of this third quarter.
Well, 2 minutes to play before we reach the fourth quarter. It's going to be a lot of just trying to get as many points as you can to bring some momentum into the last quarter of play. But Sterling's been very good at shutting that down throughout. As the three goes, doesn't quite get there.
So Drumgoole still trying to find his rhythm from the three-point line. Is now Tummings taking this one up for the Knights. This one gets out to Kozaneski. He fakes a shot, finds Tummings. Gets this one out to Rosano. Excuse me, that was Johnson. And a foul call. So we're going to welcome to the broadcast our athletic director, Ken Sayano. Mr. Sayano, welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, guys, how we doing? How we doing?
Great. How is this atmosphere on the senior night? It's been such a fun night so far.
Oh, the fans are amazing tonight. Cheering on our team. Nothing crazy. Everyone's having fun.
Rosano looking for another three, testing that heat that he had a few moments ago, and that one just did not go.
We're going to have to replace these nets, guys. We're going to have to replace these nets after this game, man. We are on fire.
We're going to take a few steps back and talk about the girls' game. That was a big win for the girls, and describe as a coach how you'd feel after a win like that one, a very nitty-gritty win against Gateway.
I would automatically, I would go, that would be my first reaction. I'd wipe the sweat off my eyebrow. Hey, a win's a win. It wasn't how they drew it up by any means, but we'll take any win we can get.
And this boys team playing a phenomenal game here against Collingswood, especially on the defensive side of the ball where they really needed to make improvements. As now Johnson going towards the rim just misses the layup. And, I mean, they have a big game on Thursday against Hatton Heights. What are you looking forward to most with that game?
Look, I'm just hoping that what we have going on tonight carries over to Thursday. I mean, we're getting minutes from everybody. I mean, the whole team is playing highly effective minutes right now, shooting the ball great, and hopefully it just translates to the next game.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew, Mr. Sayano, but Haddon Heights right above us in the power points. They are in 9th place. They would go against Lower Cape May if the season ended today. And Sterling in 10th, we would go against Barnegat. So a big game, nevertheless, for both of those teams to try and get some power points.
If we have to go to Lower Cape May, that would be the third time this winter season.
That's a lot of traveling, and Kozaneski with the tough bucket. Casey Kaz with the big 2 points there for the Knights. Gets 2 points on his senior night.
Yeah, just went there for swimming. Lower Cape May. Going to be going there on Monday for wrestling for the state playoffs.
We really do go down there a lot sometimes.
Yeah, it's not an easy ride. It's not an easy ride. Nice job, dude.
So a nice steal there by Julian Tummings. 8 seconds to go here for the Knights. This one up to Kozaneski. Kozaneski ripping a three-pointer. That one does not go. We're going to take a look at the drive to the basket.
See Casey Kazas had a real nice lane to go through. Gets the easy two, keeps on adding on. The seniors with points on this senior night.
So 1.9 seconds to go. Sterling going to start with possession. So a sub coming in here for Collingswood. Braxton's going to check back into this game here.
Let's do the box set right now. Hopefully we get a nice little layup at the box. Right here at the
Johnson
block.
Looking, finding. That one does not go.
Action.
They were looking for the alley-oop, and that one didn't go. But we're going to stay on here at the broadcast. Mr. Sayano, did you come up with another question?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm going to go back to football here. Football seems to be my thing right now. Who was the first tight end elected to the Hall of Fame.
All right, so first tight end elected to the Hall of Fame. So we got to think. The tight end wasn't really a position way back when.
No.
We got to think a little bit more recent. So my first jab would be Kellen Winslow from the Chargers.
How? Kellen Winslow, huh? That is not the right answer, but good guess.
That was my first jab, but I'm not done yet. I'm still in it. You
Okay.
gotta think.
Another Charger could be Antonio Gates as well.
No. Wait.
Right? Is he?
I think a little earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Kellen Winslow got inducted before Antonio Gates. Okay. So you got to think of these iconic tight ends.
Think about the first great tight end.
Yeah, I'm really thinking.
Yep. We're talking about the most, in my mind, iconic tight end. Kind of.
Tony G?
Kind of.
Could it be Tony G?
Nope.
He's a little too recent, I thought.
Was it? Just probably one of the tougher guys to play in the NFL.
Give me a year.
Yeah.
Just
gosh. I'll give you some teams.
Okay.
Okay. His second team was the Philadelphia Eagles.
What?
Second team.
Where he had 4 touchdowns in his career.
Oh my God.
First team.
I got it. It's oh my gosh.
He's got it.
Steve Van Buren.
Nope.
No?
He doesn't
First
got
team,
it.
the Chicago Bears.
Nah, I'm not getting this anymore. I thought I had
Bears.
Oh, is it Ditka?
Oh,
Tad's saying Ditka.
Mike
which
Ditka.
makes sense.
That does make
Mike
sense.
Ditka. All right. How many career touchdowns, guys? How many career touchdowns?
Oh, jeez.
I have no
I don't know
idea.
how long he played for.
So it's a lower number.
An alley-oop try right there. That one does not go.
Full career.
I'm going to go.
Tight ends don't score.
Let's go. I'm going to go 80.
80?
Ooh, much lower. About half that. Half that.
I was going to say like 45.
43.
43.
Good guess. Nice. Good guess.
Man, that was.
guess,
I've been off on my guessing today. I'm really going to have to study up for Thursday because that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Disgusting camera back.
If you're catching my where I'm going with these,
Yeah,
it's usually
Super Bowl.
It's usually like later.
Yeah.
You know, much older players, much older questions for you guys because I want to make them tough.
Yeah, we can't make it too easy
Yeah,
for
you
us
can't
here on
make
the
it too
broadcast.
recent.
Yeah, I think anything from the 2000s you guys get automatically.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, Mr. Sino, well, thank you for coming on. Enjoy the rest of the senior night as the AD, and we are going to check back with you soon. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. I'll see you soon.
Always so much fun to talk to Mr. Sino. Really not doing well on those questions recently. I'm definitely going to have to step my game up. But he knows if it's someone from more recent, we're going to have so much more trouble, or less trouble, trying to figure it out.
Dude, my aunt's from Chicago. She's going to be so mad at me for not getting Ditka.
And you can follow us, or you can follow Mr. Sciano at Sterling, or at Go Night Sports. We'll have all the Sterling sports happening around the castle and stuff you guys need to know about our team. Make sure you guys go follow Mr. Sciano at Go Nights Sports. Fun crowd today. There's Jordan Frazier to your far left. Girls basketball just won today against Gateway. A big game for the girls to, gain a little bit of momentum as playoff time is near. And there's our phenomenal cheerleaders. Look at them go. They are high up there.
Make me jealous in height. They feel tall, and then I see stuff like that. Like, I'm not tall at all.
Wow. Shout out to our cheerleaders doing a great job. There is Mr. K's mom. Hello, Mr. K's mom. We want to say hello. Casey's grandmom here for the game today.
Best
for
game
his
to be here
senior night. Casey Kosneski with 2 points on the night with a pretty tough layup. I mean, very impressive drive from Casey Kos. And there is M. Kos with the Casey Kosneski senior night basketball. There is Mrs. Kos, Mr. K's wife, and our assistant coach for baseball, K Senior, or Senior K. Get a little introduction to the K family. Maybe a zoom in on Mr. Leakin at the clock spot sooner or later. Camardo going to send one from deep. That one off the front rim. Rebound by Cotman. Cotman now full speed ahead, going towards the basket. Nice layup there from Josh Cotman.
Collingswood has been trying to find a rhythm and a way to stop any scoring from happening and to get a little bit back into this game. Blocked by Schmidt on the shot there. And I feel like they just haven't had all the scoring opportunities that they need to make something like that happen.
Key. looking to the outside, finds Schmid. Schmid for three, does not go. Rebound by Johnson, and he puts that one back in. Johnson was in the air for a while. And now looking the other way is Braxton. Braxton with the floater. This one goes out to Johnson. Johnson to Arnett. Arnett to Schmid. Schmid to Camardo. Sterling's gonna reset. Arnett has it. This one tries to go back to Arnett. That one he recollects. Sterling's gonna reset shot. Arnett. Screen set by Schmid. This one gets out to Key. Key to Schmid. Finds Camardo, almost gets it stripped away. Camardo now with some room, gives it off to Schmid. Back to Camardo. Camardo gonna take it inside, makes a man jump and gets fouled on the way up.
We take a look here, he leaves a man on the floor. Thought he had enough space to maybe do something, pass it to Schmid instead, and then gets foul drawn in from Sear Phillips with a little too much reaching, a little too much contact on the shot there.
So Camardo going to the line. One of the active Sterling starters, really a facilitator for this night's team, plays very great defense. Looking to knock down these two free throws, and there is Papa Walk at the timekeeper's spot. My dad doing the time here for the Sterling Knights, was here earlier for the girls basketball game as well. As Camardo knocks down a second, and with that shot knocked down, every senior rostered for Sterling has scored tonight's matchup. So that is a very awesome thing to see. Eight total seniors have all scored, and that is a super cool feat. And Amari Key with a nice layup. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Collingswood, and a foul called on Johnson.
Take a look one more time. Key couldn't quite get it to go, and then Johnson, a little too much contact there. Drumgold draws the foul on Johnson, was trying to drive through. And now Hibbs has got it to try and drive once again for Collingswood.
So our second stream tonight after we covered the girls versus Gateway. Now it's the boys against Collingswood on senior night. And, you know, Max, thank God we have a delayed opening tomorrow because we are some two tired people after all this announcing today.
I'm going home, eating pizza, taking a sleep. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. And a travel violation called there on Travis Schmidt.
Well, 5 minutes left to go. You got a 15-point lead. Obviously, about half of that's a bit of a cushion there. But you see,
there is Mrs. Schmid to your left, mom of Travis Schmid, and then Big Dez, who was on the right, chatting it up. This looks like a foul called here on Sterling. Looks like that one's on to Zion Arnett, who has the second. There is Mr. Camardo to your right, and then to your left is Nate Schwartz's dad, Mr. Schwartz. And Drumgool with the tough basket. 13 points on the night here for Melvin Drumgool.
I mean, he's been quite the facilitator on both sides of the ball. As we see here, it's that mid-range. He's got a pretty clean one. He's gotten to most of the points he has, but he's also had a few trips to the line, like this one that completes the three-point play.
Now Johnson moving in, finds Camardo. Camardo fakes the shot, moves inside looking for the layup. That one doesn't go. And this one tipped, as possession will stay with Sterling.
Camardo's had a couple of those layups where he tries to do a little bit of a carry under and just ends up hitting the bottom.
Listen, I know Jason quite well.
Yeah.
Or well-ish. He's definitely just having fun out there. I don't think we would see Jason do that in a serious circumstance, but
it's very fair. He's got a nice lead to work with.
Arnett looking for the layup. That one doesn't go. Sterling's big lead kind of diminished now to a 12-point lead for the Knights. They're going to have to get back in this one soon.
Biggest lead tonight is 20.
Moving inside was Drumgool. That one doesn't go. Rebound by Sterling. Key moving with some speed. Amari Key looking to Arnett. Arnett to Johnson. Johnson for three. Does not go. Hibbs moving it up for Collingswood. Finds Phillips. Or excuse me, that is not Phillips. That was Cotman, but he gets fouled on the way up by Schmid.
Take a look here once again. You see Cotman drives up. Schmid is a little too much with the hands on the shot, and Cotman will get two.
So Cotman, an 100% free throw shooter, the junior. Makes his first. So five points per game for Cotman. A very fast player, has met that point per game marker today. He has 5. And the seniors are back in this matchup here for the Knights between Casey Kaz, Quentin Rosano, and Julian Summers. Cotman nails the second. That 100% will stay golden from the charity stripe. Good ball movement here between Tummings and Kozaneski. As now Arnett takes a couple steps back, finds Rosano, who finds Kozaneski. Back to Arnett. Arnett moving inside, weaving his way, finds Kozaneski. Kozaneski from 3, banks it in! Casey Kaz! What a shot there from the big man, number 10. He has 5 points on the night.
Brings the lead back up to 13. Sterling and Collingswood alike have had some pretty solid shooters out there. It feels like everyone's getting a piece of the shots beyond the perimeter for Sterling tonight.
Unironically, a pretty big shot there for the Knights from Casey Kozaneski in a big moment.
Good assist there. Real clean form from the corner. No one touching him. Nothing but net for 3 once again from the Sterling side.
So Collingswood calls a timeout as we take another look at the Casey Kozaneski replay, and just a beautiful shot there from number 10, and honestly a big one for the Knights. But Collingswood kind of clawing back into this one, only down by 11. Trying to play spoiler on Sterling's senior night. Look at the highlights, look at the highlights. Trying to find us on Sterling Channel 19. A couple of people on the Sterling side as well.
Just everyone's on their phones saying, well, what angle did they get? What angle did they get? We have to know. There's betting pools on what angle we get for each basket.
So thank you all for tuning in here. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak on this senior night. We appreciate all the viewership tonight between our 2 games, and our next TV game will be Thursday, 5:30, Haddon Heights, a big one for our boys as they are just under them in the PowerPoint rankings. They need a big win to try and move back up. Rosano to inbound, finds Johnson, back to Rosano. Great ball movement here by the Knights. Arnett slows it down, finds Kozaneski. Kozaneski fakes the shot, moves inside, going up for the layup and gets that one in. Kozaneski with 7. Hibbs takes a step back, finds Drumgoole. Drumgoole moving inside, nice moves, gets bumped by Johnson, can't finish on the layup.
If you look once again, Kozaneski getting a bit of a hot hand, fakes another 3, puts up a nice 2, no contact, no foul, but nonetheless still gets those points for Sterling.
And Mr. K's son doing it all out there here for the Knights. Our drone operator here on Sterling Channel 19 as well. Did a lot of our, I would say a lot, if not all of our football games and soccer games here.
Got us a lot of good angles.
Did. Drone was actually probably my favorite. It's my favorite angle of anything we do here. And a great rebound by Casey Kozaneski as well.
The drone's just so dynamic, and so is the Kaz himself. I mean, he's been doing scoring and defense all around the place. And so is Q with another 2.
Quentin Rosano with the gimme layup. We're going to take a look, and I think Rosano may have gotten teed up.
It's possible knowing him.
I really don't think he did.
Take a look. It's a nice, easy open 2.
And I'd be the first person to say that he did. I think that was definitely what the whistle was about. Yeah, I think it might have just been an ask. Moving inside was Cotman. He gets fouled on the way up. Mr. K's son, Sean, so hello to Sean Kozaneski, is watching from Rowan. He says, kaboom, because Casey Kozaneski has really turned it up here with 7 points tonight. And Cotman ruins the perfect free throw shooting. Arnett. Oh, no, excuse me, no one subbed in for Sterling, but I think a sub on the Collingswood side, and Anderson subbed in. It's a good rebound there by the Knights. Johnson moving up. Johnson flying through. Johnson going up towards the rim and makes a nice layup there. Johnson, 19 points on the night for number 3.
Makes Sterling a 15-point cushion. 3 points. No, wrong on that. 17-point. Nonetheless, pretty big lead for Sterling still. That's been pretty consistent throughout. As now we reach 2 minutes remaining in the game.
So this game is as good as done, and Sterling will improve to 11-8 on the season with a huge matchup coming against Haddon Heights soon. This one goes inside for Arnett. Arnett back to Tummings, who finds Kozaneski. Kozaneski looking for some room, gets it over to Rosano. Rosano from long range, nothing but net! Quentin Rosano lighting the lamp. And him and Kaz making us excited here on the broadcast as they have been on fire. This one up to Zion. Arnett cuts back. I thought Arnett was going to go for that dunk, man. I think he was looking for it, but made the smart decision.
Arnett's been very patient throughout the night.
Right. Arnett finds Tummings. Tummings working one-on-one, puts this one up, puts that one down.
Now 22 is the largest lead of the night, and it could keep adding on with this last minute of play.
This one goes up. Hibbs knocks that one down. And it looks like some of the subs will come in, but we're going to take a look at Quentin Rosano, his little layup right there. He's done a great job, and the seniors look like, a couple of the seniors look like they will get subbed out here. Julian Johnson gets subbed out for his brother Marcus Johnson. Arnett looking for an option, flying through midcourt, gets grabbed from behind. We're going to take a look at the Quentin Rosano three-pointer from way downtown. Quentin Rosano, straight nylon right there, and Arnett will get subbed out. And checking into the game is now Salim Jones, who, truthfully, I didn't recognize this. We're going to go back to the Quentin Rosano three-pointer, but if we can get a zoom in on Salim Jones, truthfully, I did not recognize him. I thought it was a different person without his big afro, but it looked like he cut it down pretty majorly. And so there he is right there, number 24 on your screen. Normally he had that big wavy afro, but now it's cut down. I actually can't believe it. He's had that afro for forever. Kozaneski from 3. That one doesn't go. Now it's Hibbs. Hibbs moving on the inside, lays that one in.
Well, regardless of the score, I do want to say Collingswood did not do all that bad tonight. They had a pretty solid game in the fundamentals. They just couldn't get the hot streaks that Sterling were getting. They couldn't get the threes Sterling were getting. People like Hibbs. Commons had his good moments. Drumgools has his good moments. All the big guys they got had their good moments. It just wasn't all there in the scoring department to stop manage out with the defense that couldn't do much against the three.
So time ticking down. It looks like Sterling's just going to hold it for the last couple of seconds. And the ref says, wrap it up. And that'll do it here on the boys' senior night. What a game for the boys. 69-52, the final score. We're going to be back with the post-game show in just a couple of moments. Again, 69-52, the final score on senior night.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
seniors. First, it's going to be Julian Johnson after the 69-52 win over Collingswood. Now, Julian, you had yourself a phenomenal game. I mean, 19 points. How are you feeling after a pretty successful senior night for yourself?
I feel good, and I feel even better that all my guys played tonight, and all my guys scored.
And I mean, Julian, to look ahead, I mean, to kind of, I know this is a really big night for you, but to look ahead, we have a bigger night on Thursday going against Heights. And I mean, what's the mentality for the team going into that one?
The mentality has been the same all year. Kill, go kill. We just got, it's all come down to us.
And now, Jewel, I mean, a final question here. I mean, it's your senior night, but a couple of these guys on the squad have been childhood buddies between Amari and Zion, and to go through that, this process with them, all the wins and losses, how does it feel to, get this senior night with them and enjoy that with your brothers?
It feels amazing, man. Like, I grew up with them my whole life, and to be on the court at the same time as them, it's a blessing.
I appreciate you coming on, Julian. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And then next, it's going to be a Zion Arnett. Zion, I know this has been such a rocky season for you guys, but such a relieving senior night as there's a lot of support for you up there. And to watch all your guys get a lot of love and just to have a really fun win with the boys, how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was great, bro. Like, playing with all my bulls, like, it was great. It was fun. I mean, it's our last senior night. It's our first senior night. We got to make it fun. You feel me?
And, I mean, to mention that, I mentioned it to Julian. I'm going to mention it to you, too. You guys, you're playing with all your friends, but there's two friends in particular that you've went through a lot with, and Amari and Julian, and I've seen that ever since we were in middle school together. And to do this with them, how does that feel?
It's amazing. Like, I went through war with them when we was in middle school, and unfortunately, 8th grade year, COVID happened, and we didn't get to play, and Amari had transferred. So this was really our last year and our only year playing together since middle school.
And as Zion, I mentioned this one to Jewel as well. I'm going to mention it to you to get a little bit more serious here. A big game on Thursday going against Haddon Heights. This one big for power points. And how do you feel going into that one about your team, about the opponent? I mean, what are your thoughts about going in first in the Heights here?
As a team, I feel amazing because I trust every single one of them. You know what I mean, we brothers at the end of the day, and I know we can go and take that dub.
I appreciate you coming on, Zion. Congratulations, man. Thank you. And then next, out of the big three from Summerdale Park School, it's going to be Amari Key. Now, Amari, you had yourself a great game tonight. You were the hot hand from beyond the arc. And, I mean, how are you feeling, working yourself into this lineup and really becoming an X factor?
It felt good. I knew, like, coming into the season, coming in late, it wasn't going to click at first, but I knew we was going to get it. I've been playing with these guys for a long time, so I knew it was going to be good once I got it down pat.
And this has been quite a long time between you and a couple of the seniors. And talk about the brotherhood between you, Zion, and Julian, and how has that taken this, relationship to a whole nother level?
Our relationship, we've been playing together since we was young. It was really a blessing to be on the court with them and share the court with them. It's just a blessing, yeah.
And, I mean, moving on, you guys have a little bit of a rocky road, kind of continuing on and going into playoffs. What is the mentality on the team? How is everyone feeling? And how do you feel about your guys, going into such a tight conference?
I trust all my guys. Going to playoffs, we just want to have a good mentality and go out there and just win. You know what I mean? Just be a dog.
Amari, I appreciate you coming on. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And next, it's going to be a kind of a Russian roulette thing. I think I'm going to take Travis Schmidt here. And Trav, always a favorite personal interview, and you had yourself a phenomenal game today, and to do it with all your buddies, how does that feel?
It's great. It's been a great ride over 4 years playing with these seniors and stuff, and especially, Quinn, Casey, and Jay. Like, I've grown up with them. I played soccer with them. It's just a lifelong bond and friendship. It was great that I was able to start and be out there with them tonight. It's something that, will stick with me.
And, I mean, going forward, you guys have Heights, and I mean, this probably the biggest game of the season for you guys, no doubt, here at home for a lot of power points. And Travis, you get a little bit of a different perspective than a lot of the other guys I talked to. What are your thoughts about that game?
Yeah, so Heights, obviously, it's a huge game. It's at home. We lost to them before, and, the conference is out of play. So what Barringer says is be disruptors. You want to disrupt their season. There's a beauty to everything. So, you slip the conference away. You take this game, you build momentum, you go into the Camden County tournament, you go into playoffs. So, even though there's not a lot at stake for this game, literally there's a lot at stake if you think deep into it.
And Travis, you kind of sat the bench your freshman year on varsity, kind of worked your way up, or freshman year, worked your way up sophomore year, got into a starting role last year and starting role this year. How has these 4 years of Sterling basketball been for you?
It's great. And, going back to my freshman year, that group of seniors was everything. They were so well coached, and, they took me. I was the only freshman. I didn't know any of them. And, they brought me in. So, each year I got better and better. I had cold times and injuries and stuff like that. And there was times I wasn't seeing the floor as much. But, it's been a pleasure. I thank Barringer for everything and just staying consistent with me and the bond that him and I have.
Thank you for coming on, Travis. I appreciate it. So next, I'm going to wait a sec. I'm going to try and wave one of them over. It might be Quentin Rosano here, the goofball of the squad. Q, thank you for coming on. Now, Q, I know you've only been a member of the squad for 1 year. Made a big impact tonight, ripping one big, deep three at the very end there. How did tonight feel for you and all your buddies?
It felt good, man. It was fun. I've been playing with these guys for all my life, but different sport, but it was fun. I'm glad I came out and played this year.
And, I mean, I think I did a little bit of a better job locking you up in gym class and, Collingswood did. And, I mean, describe, the emotions of, working through with this squad. I know you weren't playing, the past 3 years, but to join this brotherhood, what has that meant for you?
They got a great team over here. They always had it for the past couple of years since I've been in high school, and it's something special. These kids are special. They've been playing with each other for 3 years now, but they're something special. They got a good group.
And now, Q, I mean, to kind of round things out, I'm not sure if you know yet, but what are you thinking about doing, once you leave? I mean, if you have any colleges, what are you thinking about? And if not, what are you thinking?
It depends how I do good for baseball. Last year I did pretty good, so if I do this year, I might go baseball, I might go soccer. I don't know yet. I've been talking to some coaches, but we'll see.
He's been talking to some coaches, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming on, Q. Congratulations. Next, it's going to be Casey Kozaneski. Casey Koz coming on the broadcast here. And, man, how are you feeling? I mean, you've been a part of this brotherhood for quite some time. Get your time on the court tonight, and you definitely cashed in with it. What are the emotions going through your head right now?
Felt good. Almost had a double-double. Yeah, that's about it. Felt good.
All right, listen, Casey, if you don't stand next to me, your dad's going to yell at me, so you better get next to me. And this brotherhood, I mean, just been something so special for you. And to go through this with Coach B and everything, how has he helped you, through your high school career, kind of, keep you focused and keep you on the path?
I mean, it's one of my favorite coaches. I love him. Always kept me locked in no matter the situation, whether I be in school, court, or even baseball, man. I love him. It's my guy.
And, I mean, as time goes on, Casey, your team is going to go through war together, especially as these playoffs come on. And how are you feeling about that and, the rest of your season before that?
Like you said, we got to go to war. I mean, it's not going to be easy, so we got to lock in and get right.
Casey, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. And then next, it's going to be Julian Tummings. Now, Julian, you do a lot on the defensive side of the ball, but tonight your offense is really what was showcased. And how are you feeling after such a great game today against Collingswood?
I feel like I really took advantage of my opportunity, you feel me? It's here tonight, and I was just feeling something special in the locker room, and I was messing with it. I loved it. It was great.
And, I mean, JT, you do it inside the classroom, do it outside the classroom as well. And how being a well-balanced student really helped you out, in the game or, outside of life and stuff like that?
Being on a basketball court, it's really about being a good student. Like, when you're sitting there, you're learning the plays with Behringer, you really got to sit down and pay attention. And, sometimes some people struggle with that, but I always find myself really locked in and really able to key in on certain stuff like that. So I'm normally pretty good about it.
And speaking of Behringer, how much has he helped you through your high school career and, kind of trying to learn how to navigate certain situations?
B honestly helps you a lot. Being on a basketball team, it doesn't just prepare you for basketball. B prepares you for life. That's the main goal of the Sterling basketball team, just to prepare you to be a man. So that after you leave this 4x4 wall, you feel me, you're a better person because of it.
Thank you for coming on, Jewel. I appreciate it. So they're going to take a quick picture real quick. I'm going to try and get Jason Camardo and snipe him out of here for a second, and I do. Jason Camardo, welcome onto the broadcast. This is it.
Best for last.
Yeah. Oh, best for last, he says. Jason, welcome to the broadcast. And, I mean, you had yourself quite the Sterling High School basketball experience. Kind of came into last year being the point guard out of nowhere and has turned into someone who really is good for this team they rely on. And how has this Sterling basketball journey been for you as primarily a soccer guy?
I mean, like you said, I'm primarily a soccer guy, but to come in here with this group of guys and this coaching staff, man, it's a great experience. It's so fun. And it's just I'm going to try to put my hardest in every day, every practice, and hopefully we make a run in the playoffs here.
And, you guys have a pretty important game this upcoming Thursday against Haddon Heights. What are your thoughts and feelings, going into that game?
To win. That's it.
That's well said. That's well said, Jay. That's well said. And, to do this with some of your best buddies since, childhood, you guys went through yelling together, Parkview even. How does that feel for you?
I mean, it's great, man. It's a fun experience, obviously, like you said, going through middle school with them and stuff like that. It's fun to be able to play out here on the courts with them and just have a good time.
Jason, thank you for coming on, buddy. Best for last. I appreciate it. So that's going to round out the 8 interviews that I just had. I'm going to send it back to my man, Max, in the booth. Max?
Well, I mean, once again, we've got a huge game on Thursday, been mentioned a lot. 5:30 p.m. It's the Sterling boys basketball versus Haddon Heights. If you want to see that, and me and Danny's pretty faces, just come and watch on Thursday. And as always,
oh, well, we got a little bit more
time. What else we got to do?
We got to sign things out. So Sterling getting a big win over Collingswood, 69-52 on the boys' senior night. 8 seniors being honored tonight. Was a blast to be here. Thank you to Mr. K in the truck. Thank you to everyone who supported our 2 streams today. We're going to be back this upcoming Thursday, as we just mentioned. Thank you all for tuning in. And as always, go